Hey everyone, so I'm going to be giving a short review of episode 2 Disenchantment. Um, yeah, anywho. Alright, so episode 2 Disenchantment review. I think I'm going to give it I would say like an 8 out of 10. I feel really good with that number. It wasn't like the best episode ever. It was kind of slow pacing. I think they just had like a lot of information to give out in like a short period of time. I think each episode is like 22 minutes long, maybe. Um, Yeah, I like how like in this episode Alpha was kind of more relaxed and not like the butt of everyone's joke, and he actually had like solid character development throughout the series so far, and that they actually gave him his own little episode where he was able to talk to his mom about his past and why he's half ogre because he finds out that he's not fully. I think he finds this out in, like season one. I think season one or season two, that he's not a full blooded elf. So basically, I don't know how they got to that conclusion. I think he was trying to test a potion that only works on full-blooded elves, and one day he was like, "Okay, well, this potion should work by now." And his father tells him, "Well, I have something to tell you. You're not full elf." I guess it's like one of those scandal secrets that he kept from his tribe. That everyone else thinks that he's full elf, but his father knows that he's not full elf, and that his mother is an ogre. I think back when he was a baby, she was a princess of the ogres, but now she's the queen of the ogres, and she's married to another ogre. But it wasn't like an affair or whatever. She wasn't with the other ogre when she met his father, when he was a little kid or whatever. So I guess his elf father was like this candy salesman, and he would go around the kingdom selling candy to people. But like he says, ogres. He saw his mom or whatever, and then he would always try to like give her candy because I guess he had like a crush on his mom, but she never really liked the candy because ogres I guess don't like candy for whatever reason. So then he put something in the candy to make it more of to her taste, and she appears to like it and she loves it, and then they start dating, and one thing led to another. They have Elfo, and they have to keep him a secret from both kingdoms because ogres don't like elves and elves don't like ogres, so it's kind of like a war between those two, like a Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe. So they end up living in the woods for a little while Elfo was still a baby, and I guess Oh wait, no, sorry. That's my fault. It was the dwarves that have. I think everyone kind of hates the ogres for the most part, but like their main conflict is like the ogres versus the dwarves or the gnomes or whatever. I honestly I feel like gnomes, dwarves, and elves are pretty much all in the same category for the most part. Like, what's the real freaking difference besides the clothing? But anyway, so basically they got caught in the crossfires of the war going on between the two tribes and ended up getting separated. And yeah, they never saw. He never. That's why he never saw his mom again because he was with his dad during the battle, and his mom was trying to like protect him and fight for them. So while she was fighting, they had to run and escape because Elf was still a baby and stuff like that. You gotta keep the baby safe, and they ended up running away to like I think I don't want to be like I think it's called Elfville or something like that. But like basically the tribe of the elves, because the reason why is because Dad's an elf and Elfo's an elf. Well, he's half elf, but he looks like a regular elf. Like he doesn't have any like phenotypical attributes that make him look like an ogre in any way. So he'll blend in better as an elf than an ogre, because ogres eat elves or whatever. So they go there and he raises Elfo in the elf village for the rest of his life until he leaves on his own. But that's for another time. And then basically that's the whole story of Elfo. Then they get caught. They basically find out that like, oh, she had an affair, and as the queen of the ogres, she can't have an affair with an elf because that's kind of that's weird. It's taboo in their culture. So the king of the elves finds this out and tries to kill Elfo and his dad. She won't let it happen. So I think Elfo challenged him to a duel. I don't think he challenged the king. I think he challenged the king's son, which is his brother. Which is probably put that in another video if you want. The reason why it's kind of complicated because like this has been going on for like I think we're on season 4 and it's been going on since season 1, since like the very first episode. So like the lore behind it all is kind of like complicated. and it's kind of just long, so I'm not gonna get into it. But basically he won the battle. He didn't kill his brother or anything like that. He refused to kill his brother, and then his brother accidentally killed the king. While agreeing to not kill anyone anymore. Like I said, it's a long story. I have to describe every single character in this episode, which is going to take forever because this is like the B plot of Disenchantment. Honestly, I feel like, in my opinion, Elfo was kind of like one of them. I like Elfo more than I like Bean as the main character. Like, if this show was like centered around Elfo, it would be a lot better just because he has actual character development throughout each season, and his personality shifts a little bit. He's kind of a simp, but like not really a simp. It's weird. He's like a what's the expression? Desensitized simp, or some shit like that. I don't know. He's seen a lot. He's kind of changed. He's not gonna be the same again. In this season, he kind of like basically shows that he's not taking anyone's bullshit anymore for the most part. I mean, he still kind of does, but like in like little spoonfuls. He doesn't like just take everything that everyone pours on him. Because he's done taking shit for the most part. And that's why I just rated this an 8 out of 10. This was a pretty good episode for the most part. I enjoyed watching it. The pacing was a little off, and I mean, I was a little annoyed because I feel like, especially like the pacing for the season, this should not have been episode 2. I feel like it should have been episode 3, just because like you have a cliffhanger of like Bean or whatever escaping hell, and then you go from that to like this transition where it's more like wholesome, and it's just kind of weird. It's a different vibe, but episode 3 gets a little bit better too. I like how in this season they're actually focusing on like each side character more so than they are paying attention to Bean. Mostly because I just feel like she's such, I don't know, it's very hard to relate to her for the most part. Like, I know they're trying to do like feminism, princess trying to like escape her destiny or whatever, and I know they're trying to make it like supernatural, but it's like without the side character, Bean is kind of extremely uninteresting as a character. Like, what is there for her to do? But anywho, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for the notification icon. I'll see if I can make another video next week or probably like this weekend, God willing. But yeah, so thank you.